All right. Are you getting situated?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So rainy day, perfect place for yoga, yin yoga especially. We can go inside. All right, so I think we're getting close to the time. Yeah, 1 more minute. Jane, how was your week? Good. Work is getting done. Everybody good? Mm-hmm. How many classes you had this week? 4 today's. This one's 4. Good, good, nice. Including Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yes. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Yeah, but that's fine. You just stop and breathe and lay down, whatever you need to do until your energy moves from the lower chakras. It's stagnant right here now. We gotta move it up more, and we do a lot of this in order to shake it up and bring it up. But this is also the most stagnant area for most people because we always go and work like this. Yeah, and to do the opposite is like killing yourself. It's like getting like Jesus on the cross at first, but it gets better, trust me. Stick with me, you'll be good. All right, ladies, let's start. So today's practice in yoga with Dhyana will be mostly on the wall. And we'll start sitting cross-legged. Just the center, so we can be as close to the wall as possible because we're gonna get to use the wall in just a bit. So go all the way into the wall, sitting sideways, facing me so you can see what's going on. All right. And let's just get our comfortable position, sitting onto our seat bones comfortably. And as you inhale, drawing energy from the earth, and imagine and see it and feel it, how it travels through all the chakras. Root chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara at the crown of the head. So feeling your spinal energy from the earth. And as you exhale, imagine that you're breathing down the front body as you exhale through the chakra system, cleansing them all. And then inhale from the tailbone up the spine into the back body, all the way to the top. And as you exhale, imagine the breath dropping and cleansing the front of the chakras. So it's like an oval, like an egg kind of circuit. Inhale, tailbone to crown in the back body. Exhale, crown to tailbone in the front body. So in Qigong practice, this is called the heavenly circuit. So breathing in to the back body, all the way to the crown. Breathing out, circling in the front of the body to the tailbone. Imagine this circuit of life, this circle of breath, continuing in your body, the eyes closed. Breathing in that life force, that prana, that energy, waking up, activating the chi, the power in all of the chakras. And then as you exhale, imagine that you're cleansing and purifying all the chakras as the breath comes into the front of the body. Breathing in, breathing out. And feel yourself in the center of this energy circuit. And you're being activated and charged by this energy. You are like in an oval, in a shell of energy. A shell that is still intact with 2 layers. And you're in the middle of that shell, being energized by your own breath, by the breath of life. Activating the chakras, purifying and strengthening the energy of the chakras. You can imagine them all lighting up. Red, the root chakra. Orange, the second chakra below the navel. Yellow, at the center of your core, the Manipura. Green, at the center of your heart. Blue, the throat chakra. Violet, very dark mauve color of the eyebrows, and the lilac color on the crown of the head. All right, now take notice how you feel after this energizing, purifying breaths that organized our system, our spine. So we'll start our first pose of the day. So as we sit here next to the wall, we're gonna bring the arm that's close to the wall, up the wall, and then back. So stretch it back so your shoulder may come closer to the wall. And then we're gonna bend the elbow and bring the palm up a little bit. So you slide up just slightly over your shoulder level. Okay. And get as close as you're able to the wall with that arm to open up the pecs, the arm area, the axillary system. And then we're gonna have the left hand go behind us on the left side, opening up a bit into the left shoulder. And gaze will go down and over to the left. So we're gonna establish the pose here, and then we're gonna hold for 3 or 4 minutes. This is gonna go against our day-to-day position. It is, wouldn't say normal because it's not our normal posture, but it is an adapted posture we created because of the things we have to do. But we're going against the grain of the body right now. So it's gonna be a little challenging, a little intense, but you back off, you make it comfortable to see what is a good edge. Find that edge. And find the breath. And find stillness. And really breathe into those areas of constriction, tightness, or resistance. Jane, can you hear me okay on top of the music? Okay, great. Keep the spine tall. Try not to collapse into the body. Keep it nice and long and active. And your head, neck, and spine aligned. And just a slight turn to the left to open up the right side of the neck. If you feel you need to get closer to the wall that your body opens with time, you can bring that left hand closer to the body and lift up and lean a little bit more to the right. But you may not have to do that. Take these deep breaths to open up that area. Decompress, get rid of that contraction. Create some open passageways for the lymph, for the blood, for the meridians, for the energy in the body. Deepen the breaths. Have some pauses between the inhale and exhale. And when you do exhale, bring some effort into the exhalation to release all the tension, all the stress accumulating in this body part. Shoulder, neck, armpit, back of the arm. Wherever you feel the strongest sensation, bring your mind there and know that you can change it. Giving it your attention and your positive reinforcement. Yin yoga is the best of the yogas to work on our flexibility. It opens up the body so we can be able to do the other kind of yoga, and also energizes the body because it does bring the flow back into the system. And it also teaches us patience. We learn to really be with our bodies, with the sensations that arise. And we learn something new about this body that we have to live in. Now bring the arm down at shoulder level and stretch it long on the wall behind you. And lean a little bit towards the wall, like press your left hand onto the wall as well. Just face the wall as much as you can. Just lengthening this left right side pectoralis. Good. 2 more breaths here. And inhale back off the wall. And we'll simply turn around to the other side. So I will be going with your back at you, but you can go whichever way you need to turn around. So now we'll have the left hand on the wall, and we're gonna slide it and walk it back. And lift the elbow up a little bit more, and palm is up to the sky. Right hand to the side of the body, press into that hand. So you're slightly back behind your glutes. And turn the head to the right now. Connect with the breath. Find a pose that is comfortable so you can hold. And you may find your dominant arm or area of the body will be more resistant, of course. So you may enjoy this one a little bit more if you're right-handed. You will be slightly more open. You'll find its flow a little easier. And continue to notice the exchanges of energies, the resistance, the sensations, the heat that may come out of the body. All right, for 2 more breaths here. And now let's slide the arm down at shoulder height and bring your right hand to the left knee and turn towards the wall. Lengthen here. Breathe into the tension, create some space, breathe out, eliminate that tension, bring it out to the body. Breathing into the armpit, side of the rib cage, pectoralis. Breathe out all the way through the fingertips, letting go of tension, stress, negativity, whatever we store in these body parts. The strongest memories of our past are actually embedded and stored in the body, not in the mind. That's why they're so much stronger, sometimes in a good way, but sometimes they hold us back if they are negative. So we have to get it out through the body. We cannot get something through the mind or the intention simply when it's actually stored in the body system. So in a way or another, the body becomes the mind, or it's part of the mind, because it remembers even deeper than the mind, because it has feeling and emotion connected to it. So we stored all kinds of things in these bodies. So yin yoga helps us let us go, release, process, reconstruct, recreate a puzzle in a different shape and form. All right, release that arm gently. Come on out of the pose. Whew. And we'll take a moment with the hands in our lap to let both arms come back to neutral and feel the sensations, the changes, receive the benefits. 3 to 5 breaths here. All right, now we'll transition all the way in our backs. That will be next to the wall. So hips are into the wall. Then drop onto your left elbow and lift the legs up the wall. So we're gonna scoot in so we can be really close to the wall, as close as we can, depending on the hamstrings. It's not up to us, it's up to the hamstrings. As much as we like to say it's up to us. All right, so scooch in as much as you're able. And we're gonna drop the legs immediately to butterfly pose. So the feet are together and knees are apart. The sit bones may be touching the wall. And first, let's bring the hands on the inner knees and put some pressure, just a gentle pressure with the elbows down on the floor. Start to breathe here. Connect with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Close the eyes, bring the gaze, the inward gaze between the eyebrows, and connect in this point of deep inspiration and intuition, concentration. And now we'll let go of the knees, see where they are and let them be. And bring the arms up overhead, fingertips touching in a rhomboid shape above the head. So your index and thumbs are touching, creating a diamond shape above the head. Let the elbows drop naturally to the mat. The gravity is going to pull them down gently and slowly and surely over time. When we have so much contraction in the pectoralis, triceps, biceps, and shoulders, the elbows will be elevated. But as we do more in yoga, they will eventually open up more. And one day you'll find your elbows touching the floor. Two more breaths here. All right, next pose, we're gonna have the right leg stay on the wall. I'll put the foot on the wall. And the left foot is gonna come across that knee. So we may have to lengthen the leg all the way up first to get that knee across. So you create a figure 4 with your body. And then we're going to decide how much we want to walk this foot on the wall to create a deeper stretch, and finding that perfect balance between comfort and discomfort, where you can have a good pose. And if you have that foot resting on the knee, you may not have to hold it. Bring the arms up overhead again and keep working on opening up the upper body, the front of the body, the pecs, the deltoids, the whole upper back, even the shoulder bone is going to drop into the floor. So give that a chance to work there. Let the foot go, see what happens. Let the foot go and bring the arms up, see. Bring the arms back to diamond. Yeah, like that. You're okay? Good. Bring them closer to the head. Okay.
Yes.
Are you lefty? Are you left-handed?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's the opposite. All right, so breathe there. One more breath on this side. Breathing fully, hold the breath. And exhale completely. Let go of the left leg, bring it back up. Scooch next to the wall a bit more in case you let go of the wall. And now right foot comes across the left knee. And then bend the right knee, or the left knee, and bring it in a bit. See what position you want to create here. And if you want to let go of the arms, again, you can bring them above the head in the diamond shape. And move the head side to side a couple of times. And then bring it back into the center. Two more deep breaths here with some long pauses. And let's go ahead and release the arms and then the leg. So we'll stay next to the wall with both knees bent. We're going to drop them to the left side. Yeah. And left hand can go on top of the right knee. Head turns to the right and the right arm extends out. Breathe here into the side body. Being attentive to what happens on this side. Starting from your thumb, down the arm, up to the elbow, to the armpit, under the arm, into the rib cage. We're also breathing into the liver here. Very good detoxifying pose for the liver organ. And across the transverse colon. So take some meaningful deep breaths here. Enjoying the twist in the spine. Squeezing that tension out through the twist and through the breath. Deepen the breath and pause. Keep the breath in the body, expanding the rib cage area on the right side to create more space in the lungs. Here we have 3 lobes of the lung on the right side. Teaching the body to breathe naturally and deeply all the way to the level of the heart. We're allowing the body to release into the pose softly and naturally without forcing, without rushing, allowing the gravity and the stretch created to open out the body. And let's go ahead and inhale, bring the head back to center first, and then the arms and the knees. Stabilize in the center for a moment, bring the legs up. Bring the hands to the belly and take 3 deep breaths. Nurture and nourish this body, this breath. And slowly let's bend the knees. And we will drop the knees to the right now. And see how it feels here. If you need a prop under your knees, you can always put your blanket or your block. If you feel it's too much of a pull, the gravity wants to take you down with the heaviness of the legs. So if it's too much, use your prop. And turn the head and extend the arm to the left. Breathe. Open up the body on the left side. The hip, the area between the hip crest and the rib cage. Then the whole side body on the left. Diaphragm against the heart. Under the arm and armpit. Into the elbow and shoulder and wrist. The right hand can rest on top of the left knee. If you need to deepen the stretch. If not, take it to somewhere else where you can rest. Notice which area is more contracted on this side. Just for information, and send your full energy and attention to that area. And as you do that, you will notice that it will change for you. You will respond, you will open, and you will receive. Deepen the breaths. Observe the energy improving and strengthening. Head is turned to the left. 3 more nourishing, meaningful breaths. And as you inhale now, bring the head back to center and then the legs come in slowly. Now squeeze them next to the body, wrap your arms around the front of the knees. I'm going to gently massage the internal organs just by breathing into this area. So breathe intentionally into the belly, and you will feel your breath rise and fall, being a good, influential energy into this area of the lower belly. All right, release that and bring the legs up and open to the side in a V, and let the gravity take over to open up the inner thighs and the groin. You can point and flex the feet a little bit to activate the ankle, and you can move them side to side a little bit as well. And then just let them hang. The gravity is going to help to open the straddle more. And you're simply resting here. Hands can be out to the side in a cactus pose, where the elbow is aligned with the shoulder and the back of the palm is on the mat or on the floor. And your palm is open to the sky in a receiving mode. I'm going to sit here, allowing the gravity to take effect in our joints, in the ankles a little bit, knees a little bit more, and hips a lot more. We'll feel these effects into the pelvic floor as well, dropping into the back of the root chakra and also into the hip flexors and spleen meridian inside the legs. And let's focus on the breath. And maybe we want to count the inhalation now for 4, pause for 4, and exhale for 6. A little pause and start the cycle again. So you have some full, meaningful, deep breaths into the body with those long pauses where the body can alkalinize. We do have a lot more acidity in the body than alkalinity, and we need to compensate by having these breath holds. When we hold the breath, the energy of the breath can dissipate into the system, bringing more energy of base rather than acid. And we do need that more so than acidity. Because the body, we do get acidity from the foods and drinks we may ingest. Also, we have acidity from toxicity in the body, from the muscles that release lactic acid. Or also we have internal acidity because of our unprocessed emotions. So all of that turns us into a little sour plum, and we're going to be more like a cherry sweet plum. So we're going to turn it around. And with the breath holds, we also create space in the lungs. We increase the lung capacity. We usually have about 3,000 cubic centimeters of capacity in the lungs. And sometimes we use only about 300 to 900 maximum. And that's just barely nothing comparing to 3,000 that we are able to have. So we are slowly and gently expanding the lungs by doing those breath holds. They are called kumbhaka in Sanskrit language, which means pauses or gaps. And in those gaps of the breath, we may also have the mind become very clear, very steady, very still. And we find that freedom into the gaps of between the thoughts. So it's really refreshing for the mind, where no thought exists in those pauses between the thoughts. Glimpses into eternity, into nothingness, where no thought needs to be formed. It just simply is. Pure existence before thought came into form. Pure energy. That's where we are at the core level. The true essence of us is just simple energy. And you may notice that your straddle opens up a little bit more as you hold here. As the legs give in, the muscles detense and relax, the tendons as well. And then the bone and the cartilage follows. So you feel a sensation of lightness and ease in the body. A gentle sense of letting go, of softening, releasing, letting go. This is the best way to start our splits practice. Don't try it on the floor, it's too intense. But this way, it's just really simple and easy, and it happens gradually and naturally without any harm because it's simply gravity working. Now bring the legs closer together slowly. You're gonna feel some resistance. Slide the legs up for a moment, shake them down, bring them off the wall and shake them. Letting this energy of relaxation drop into the hips, into the groin. Good. And now let's bring the left knee on top of right. And extend the legs out to the side like a mermaid tail. Press them against the wall with the knees crossed on top of each other, like you have a fish tail. And let this pose take effect here. Keeping the arms overhead or in a cactus pose. It's going to continue opening up the pectoralis. So you can continue doing that. And gently, we're going to turn the head to the right and down towards the right shoulder. So feel a deeper stretch on the left side of the neck towards the back. Deepen the breath, hold the breath, and release the breath. Take a breath, give a breath away. Inhale oxygen from the plants and trees around us. Exhale CO2, a gift to the plants around us. We have a perfect universe based on mutual exchange. The plants help us thrive, and we help the plants thrive. Very friendly universe we live in. We just have to work on maintaining this friendly universe in balance so we can also be sustained. Growing, planting trees, bushes, whatever we can have around our house. And undo the legs now and the head back to neutral. Cross the legs the other way. And let the side of your ankles rest on the wall, creating this shoelace or mermaid tail on the wall on the other side. And now bring the chin to the left side of the shoulder. And imagine you're actually a mermaid resting on this rock in the middle of the ocean, enjoying the sun bathing your body. Now let's bring the head to center and stretch the arms overhead, touching your fingertips above the head. Long breath here, inhale. Exhale, release the legs and bring them up. Bring them off the wall and shake them down a little bit again, just to make sure the hips are getting relaxed and those groin muscles are letting go of gripping. Just dropping in some relaxation into the hip, into the groin, into the pelvic floor. And then rest the legs on the wall. And this time we'll just let them be there, naturally resting. And we'll bring our left hand to the belly and right hand to the middle of the chest. Close the eyes and focus inward. Noticing the breath, allowing our belly to rise. And the breath out as the belly sinks. Connect to the rhythm of the breath with the aliveness inside of you. Letting go of any residue of tension as you breathe out. Lengthen and soften the exhalation. Energizing through the power of the core. Building in our love and compassion from the power of the heart. And a great way to release stress or tension in the chest area, it's actually the yawning. So if you do find yourself yawning, that is a good sign. You're releasing very deep embedded stress. It may not be that you're sleepy, but it could be just you releasing stress. So that's okay. Embrace yourself here. Allow your heart to be open and in receiving mode. Just breathing into your heart center. Any tension, any anxiety, any fear-based emotions, any negative emotions in your heart, let them be freed as you exhale. Breathe into your core. And breathe out through your heart. Let it go, any tension or stress or negativity. Now breathe in through your heart. Breathe out through your heart. One more time, energy from the core. Inhale. Exhale through the heart. Inhale through the heart. Exhale through the heart. One more breath through the core into the heart, connecting into the eyebrow point, connecting into your concentration and intuition, inspiration. One more time, connecting the three dots, your energy center, your loving kindness, and your inspiration. And let's bend the knees, hug them into the chest, rock gently side to side. Massaging the low back, kidneys and adrenals. And we'll bring the knees to the left or right side. And press into right your left hand. And come on off slowly. Because an hour had passed and we have done a lot of good work, very deep work. So we'll enjoy the benefits of the practice for the next 24 to 48 hours. Knowing that the magic sometimes happens suddenly and sometimes gradually, but it does always happen. So let's bring the hands to our heart centers, being grateful for our practice, for our bodies and minds and spirits getting connected here on our mat. May you have a blessed rest of the day and evening and week. Namaste. I will see you guys soon. You're welcome. There's Peggy. Did Brady join us after all?
Not this time.
Not this time. Is your house still? Is your house still in construction or a little bit?
No.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay, good.
That's good. Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good evening.
Well,
See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.